This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. All at Church with It by Rashima Wilson. Prologue. "Ah!" Pastor screamed into the mic. "Yeah, say, yeah?" He was sweating, and the crowd was standing on their feet. "He got a blessing with your name on it." "Yes, he does. He got one for you. He got one for you." He had walked out of the pulpit and was heading down the aisle now. "He got one for you." "Ooh!" He touched my hand. A bead of sweat from his forehead dropped onto my hand when he touched me. I wanted to lick it. We made eye contact, but he quickly dropped our silent connection and continued to walk the aisle, swaying the crowd. Chapter 1. Monique. First, giving honor to God, Pastor, and First Lady. I tried not to sound annoyed when I said it, but one thing about me: if my mouth doesn't say it, my face surely will. Here are today's announcements. I smiled and rambled off the Sunday announcements like I had been doing every week since I was 16, not making eye contact with anyone but Mama. After making the announcements and quoting the Bible verse of the week, I walked back down the aisle to my seat, making sure to poke my ass out a little further so that Pastor Davis could get a good look. And if I knew him like I thought I did, his dick was rock hard under that robe. Sharonda. If you don't understand nothing about me, understand this one thing. I ain't no goddamn fool. I know exactly what my husband is doing, and I know these whores in this church can't stand me. My only solution to their problem is go somewhere and pray about it, 'cause you ain't gon' do shit. I met Cedric, my teddy bear, as I affectionately call him, when we were freshmen in college. Back then, the only thing he ever prayed for was for me to not get pregnant, but prayer without work and birth control is void. Basically, all the praying in the world didn't stop me from getting knocked up right before our second semester. Now don't get it twisted. I know these whores around here are convinced he only married me because of me getting pregnant and his dad being a pastor, but nah. Hell, he asked twice before I even accepted. I had excellent parents that had no problem helping me raise our daughter. Had Cedric decided to do anything other than take care of his responsibility. But despite being the man whore that he is, he's an excellent father and provider. Years ago, he woke up in the middle of the night talking about the Lord calling him. I wanted to tell him if he didn't leave me alone, he wouldn't have to worry about being called because he was going to see him face to face. But months later, he was still talking about it. Being married to a preacher's kid, I was used to going to church every Sunday. But this particular Sunday, as we sat in the second row behind my mother-in-law, my father-in-law's booming voice and fiery eyes looked right at my husband and told him to stop running from what the Lord was calling him to do. That day my husband cried out, falling to his knees. I handed our daughter over the bench to my mother-in-law and followed him to the floor. We held hands and prayed together, something that we did often. But for the first time, I was actually feeling it. He vowed that day that he would serve the Lord all of his days, and as his wife, I would do the same. You would think with his dad being the pastor already the road would be easy, but it wasn't. My father-in-law insisted that he enroll back into college and get a theology degree. Even after he received his bachelor's, he still had to work his way through the circuit, and who was there every step of the way? Me. When my father-in-law developed throat cancer and could no longer speak, my husband was made acting senior pastor. A year later, when Daddy Davis closed his eyes, my husband stepped into the pulpit and delivered a eulogy fit for a king. They couldn't deny him the job if they wanted.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.